Hey, it's John Jakes here, and I hope you've been enjoying these little tips as we go. Today's lesson is going to be a more in-depth training because I wanted to do a screen share so that you can actually see this process play out step by step. And I think it will be helpful for you to kind of understand what's going on inside my head, what this thought process is as I'm doing a lot of the research that I'm going to be sharing with you. So to kick it off, at this point, I've trained thousands and thousands of people from around the world, different entrepreneurs and authors and speakers and doctors. I've taught them how to go viral, how to build up their social media followings, all that good stuff. And what I find is this: once people are already set on this idea of growing their following, they want to get millions of views, they want to get their products and services out to the masses. Some of them just want to build a following so they can travel the world for free or meet a celebrity on the red carpet. Whatever the motivation is, like once they're excited about this idea, the very next question they hit me with is this: well, John, what do I actually create content about? What are my videos going to be about? What am I actually saying in these videos? Essentially, how do I create content that people want to like and comment and share with everyone? And it's something that's so important for you to really nail down right from the start, because for me, I didn't do that. And I had to pay for it and really learn the hard way. And so I'm going to do something for you right now that I very rarely do, unless you're a coaching client of mine or you invested in one of my courses. And that is actually show you my real back-end analytics in Facebook. For obvious reasons, I don't typically share this, but I think it's really important because it will help you understand this journey for me. So as you can see, for like 8 months, the first 8 months there's essentially no activity. And so for those 8 months, I decided, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to create videos. I borrowed money from my parents at that time because I was broke, and I bought a camera, and I said, okay, I'm going to do this. Well, I started saying, I'm going to do it my way. And that was my mindset going into this. I'm going to create unique videos, and I'm going to do what I want to do and talk about what I want to talk about. And as you can see by the data, nothing happened. Like this is my page likes on my Facebook page, so my followers. There's no movement for those 8 months. And I was working like crazy. I was uploading videos just about every single day. They took me about 16 hours from the filming and editing to make one video. Thankfully now I have that down to like 30 minutes. But it was such a grind. And for what, right? For very little results. I was lucky at that point in time. If I got like 800 views, that was like a great video. And so I went through a shift and I decided to change everything. I was getting ready to quit on this. But long story short, I said, you know what? I'm going to just give it one last shot and try my hardest to test a bunch of things. And I changed my mindset at that point. And right around October, November on that graph, you can see things started to take off. I went from like nothing to over 800,000 fans in a very short period of time. And one of the concepts that I finally, after banging my head against the wall for so long, the concept that I finally learned is to model success, right? Instead of messing around trying to think about all these things that I could do to make my videos unique, or instead of making videos just about what I want them to be about, I started to flip the switch and understand that if you want people to actually watch your videos, you have to make videos that the viewer cares about as well. And that's so important. Don't just try to find your own way and do it your way. You have an audience on the other end of that camera or that screen ideally, so you need to give them what they want, right? And that's when I finally started to get this concept of modeling success. So here's the bottom line, and I explained this briefly before, but bottom line is this: social media, it's not new, right? Online video, this is not new. We are at the luxury, if you're just starting now, you're at the luxury of looking at people who came before you, who already paved the way, who already figured this stuff out the hard way, and simply gaining clues from what they've done so that you can save yourself months and months of spinning your wheels like I was doing. So let's say, okay, my videos right now are about motivation and inspiration. That's what I like to do. I like to use social media for good. I've gone through some struggles in my life. I'm sure you might have as well. And for me, I said, how can I make the most impact? And it's by sharing videos that are inspirational and uplifting to people. So let's say I was starting from scratch and I knew I wanted to make motivational videos, but I didn't know what about. I would literally go to Jay Shetty's page, someone who's already doing this, who's already incredibly successful. That's another important part. Make sure the person you're modeling is actually successful. Make sure that they're the type of person that you want to be, and they have the type of audience that you want to gather. And so once you do that, you identify the person, you simply go to their page, and this works on any platform, as I'll show you, and you click into, okay, what are some of their videos, right? And I clicked one too many times by mistake. So hopefully, let's go back here. This is running a little bit slow because I have the screen share and all these tabs open. What I want to do is simply see all episodes. Okay, so I'll go in here and I'll look for what are Jay's most successful videos. Well, let's just go season 1, 12 episodes, okay? Where are the most successful ones? Where's he winning? And I start by looking at view count. So we have 53 million views. That's a pretty big one. Ooh, 64 million. Great. 62 million. All right, awesome. So out of this list, this one is the most successful. Great. What'd that take? 2 seconds to identify. Super easy. Okay? And then I'll shut the sound off. So we can actually play this through a little bit. Now I'm going to look at this video all the way through that already has millions of views. I'm also going to look at the engagement here. You want to make sure that this is not a fluke or that the person didn't just pay for a bunch of viewership, which is fine. It's okay to do paid advertising, paid media, but I want to see, okay, are people engaging with this video? Do people like this video? Or is this just a viral fluke that happened? And in this case, it's not, right? We have over 1 million shares, 390,000 reactions on this video. It's great. So I'd watch this video with the sound on. And a couple things that I noticed from Jay in particular. And you'll notice a lot of different elements from different influencers out there. With Jay's videos, he has high production value. So I notice, okay, number one, it's kind of a vertical format. Well, that's interesting. Well, maybe this video went so viral. Maybe one of the little clues I can gain is it went viral because so many people are on mobile watching videos, and because he had his video vertical, it perfectly plays into that. So maybe when I go out to make my video, I try to make a couple videos that are vertical so that people watching on their phones have a really brilliant experience. One little clue that we gain from this. We can see that he has actual actors in his video. Now, that might be overkill. I think it's overkill for a lot of what I'm trying to do. But you can see here, okay, clearly he has professional actors. It's beautifully shot, 4K cameras, all sorts of different camera angles. So if I were to model this, I might get a bunch of, actors here in LA. You could hire them for like $50 or $100 a day. There's so many actors here in Los Angeles. And I might start to develop a script, get someone with a nice 4K camera, and boom, we're starting to model this video. We're starting to say, okay, Jay was already successful doing it this way. Let me try it this way and see how it goes. The other thing I notice, and for this example, this is the biggest thing that I notice, the topic of the video. If you miss someone, watch this. Well, guess what? If I'm trying to make motivational videos, if I was doing it my way, maybe I would go out and make some sort of gym motivational video. Well, why would you do that if that's not necessarily proven to go viral, right? Especially if you're first starting. First, do it this way. Model people who are already crushing it online, then find your own way later on. That's fine. But in the beginning, to see fast results, just model what works. So instead of making a random gym motivation video, working out or whatever, I would say, okay, great. This is a topic clearly that resonates with a lot of people. If you miss someone, right? We've all probably felt lonely before or gone through a breakup or had something happen. Maybe a friend moves away and you feel sad because you miss someone. So clearly this is a topic that resonates with a lot of people. Now, I wouldn't copy Jay's script. I wouldn't copy his words. I wouldn't do any of that. I would simply take this topic of missing someone and I'd create my own version, my own little speech or video around that topic. And as a result, you have a way better chance of going viral than just pulling something out of the air and hoping that it works. Okay, so hopefully that helps you really understand this concept of modeling success. I'll show you some other random examples. Say you're in real estate, right? Grant Cardone, huge real estate guy. So number one, I would do the research. I'd find who's really succeeding on social media in the real estate space. You go to the channel. Here on YouTube, it's really easy because I'll show you in a second. You can actually sort by most popular videos. So YouTube literally does the job for you. And you see what pops up. And again, I'm looking for how these videos are shot, what they're talking about, how long are the videos. I'm looking at any different elements they use to try to kind of gamify the engagement system. Maybe they're doing a call to action at the end saying, hey, share my video with all your friends. I'm just looking at these different elements and trying to see if I can gain some clues of what's working and why they're successful. So his most successful video, who is Grant Cardone really? I'm sure there's a bunch of action shots of him on his private jet and speaking and all that stuff. The greatest salesman in the world, okay, got it. 10X Growth Conference testimonials. So this right here, I know for a fact this must have been a paid YouTube promotion because just testimonials of people, that's not necessarily viral material. So taking the tip from a minute ago, I'd click in, I'd check the engagement. Is this really a viral video that is viral because it's such a great topic and a lot of people shared it, or did someone just use paid advertising? Important thing to note. All right, so I'd go here. Let's jump down because here's some actual cooler ones and better examples. 5 steps to becoming a millionaire. Great, right? So if you're in real estate, you can literally make a video and then do 5 steps to becoming a millionaire, and you don't have to copy Grant's steps. You don't have to copy exactly what he's saying or anything like that. You simply gain that clue. Okay, clearly this is the topic that resonates with a lot of people. I'm going to go out and shoot my video about that topic. And then you fill in the blanks with your material. Again, we're not stealing here. We are simply modeling. We're simply trying to find out what works. Actual live sales call training, 2.7 million views. Great. Well, if you're in real estate or sales, instead of maybe just giving a sales tip to the camera, go out there and get someone on the phone and actually do the live sales call. This went crazy viral for Grant Cardone, right? So why would you try to reinvent the wheel when you can literally jump on a call with someone and do some like Wolf of Wall Street style, sales close, whatever you want to do, whatever your thing is, I don't know. But that's more engaging. That's more exciting for people to watch, right? Say your passion is pranks. You'd go to a big prank channel. These guys, Nelk, are blowing up. These 2 Canadian kids, right? You go to their videos. We don't copy them, once again, but we model success. We see what's working. Sort by the most popular. Where are they seeing success? How are they winning? Okay, great. What do we have here? So we have the Coke prank on the cops. So I've actually seen this video. They took a bunch of cans of Coca-Cola. They put it in their trunk. And they pretended like they were asking people if they wanted Coke. People thought it was cocaine, and then the cops were called, and they said they opened up the trunk, and they have a bunch of Coca-Cola, and all the police officers were laughing. It's kind of a really funny prank, right? So I wouldn't copy that. I think that's too aggressive of a video because it's clearly their concept. That one's very unique. So I wouldn't necessarily copy that video or model it unless you can find a way to spin it to really make it your own. But here's some other clues that I gained from their channel, okay? Savage Pranks of 2018, right? So we have them in a classroom. This is a setting that they use a lot in their videos. They have some incredibly viral videos that are them in college lectures doing crazy things. So you wouldn't just steal their exact concept, but you would come up with a concept if you're trying to make pranks of doing something obnoxious or crazy in a college classroom. Now, this stuff isn't necessarily my style of videos, but it works well for a lot of people. We have a McDonald's prank, right? Pretending to be a McDonald's employee. So maybe you don't do McDonald's, you do Burger King, and you pretend to be one of the employees, and you capture it on video, and you start messing with people behind the counter. So many insights you can gain from this. Don't create your own concepts. People have already done it. Let's say you're a musician. So you find a musician who is doing really well on social media. You go to their videos, you start to find, some of their most popular videos. We have 85 million views. And maybe you do your cover song on this exact song, right? So maybe, let's see, One Dance by Drake, right? You go out there, you make your video about that. And obviously you're not copying, but you look at, okay, clearly this song by Drake went crazy viral, and you go out there and you use that same song by Drake because people like that song. And then you make your cover song that. It's so simple, right? So why would you pick some random song that no one knows when you have someone who's already proven this out, and you make your cover song, playing your guitar, sitting there in your room, however you're doing it, on that exact song that's proven? Another trend that I notice from this channel in particular, if you're doing cover songs or if you're a musician, is that clearly they're not just picking random songs. They're picking the most popular songs at that time, right? So they'll go to the Billboard Top 100 list. They'll see what are the most popular songs in the world. And instead of just picking a random song, they'll pick the most popular song in the world. And they'll make their cover song and their own variation on that particular song. And as a result, because there's a lot of attention, there's a lot of buzz around that track at that point in time, their video has a lot better chance of going viral than picking something from 20 years ago to remake, and you have no success with it. You don't get any views, right? So that's something. Say you're in fitness. A lot of people in fitness and a lot of fitness influencers out there. Let's say you don't even know who to turn to yet and who's really big in this space on social media. Type in fitness. Okay, we see this girl here. Wow, 2.9 million views. And she talks about her fitness journey, weight loss transformation, binge eating, body image struggle, right? So instead of going out there and maybe doing, if you're in the fitness industry, here's some weight loss tips, and it's you sitting in front of the camera giving these 1 to 2 minute tips. If you want to go more viral, maybe actually film a video about your own transformation, because you can tell here, and this is not unique to this video, transformation videos that have to do with weight loss go incredibly viral because so many people struggle with it. And even these topics, binge eating, body image struggle, these topics are so hot right now. So now looking at this, modeling this, now you say, okay, I know what to make my video about. I'm not just going to wing it. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start to use some of these buzzwords because it's affecting a lot of people. And the more people you can impact with your video, the more successful you'll be, the more people who will share it. So I just wanted to make that to hopefully give you the play-by-play and help you get inside my head of the different things that I'm looking for, because it's so important to really understand this. It's so important to know that there are other people who have already done this, and stop trying to be, I don't want to use the word stubborn. It's a little harsh, but just don't be stubborn. Just don't try to do this yourself. Look at the people who are winning and just start to model them. Start to gain little clues. And as a result, I'm telling you, you're going to save so much time. You're going to be so much more successful, so much faster on social media. So I hope you enjoyed that training. I wish you all the best, and thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.